had a good day yesterday.
We had a good day today
Yeah, we had a good panel today, definitely.
until
Mhm.
the post came. So, yeah. Should we wait for a few people, or
Yeah, let's give people a few minutes to sign in.
it's
Since
not a
this
subject
is
we like? It's not a subject we like. It's not a subject we want to do. But after much struggling and being an artist and trusting people, especially when artistry is your income, yeah, it's not good. We don't like coming on talking about these kinds of things, but we have this medium, and we keep losing money trusting people, and I don't know how people sucker us into doing the freebies for them and everything, and they call us friend, but I'm having a hard time even comprehending what a friend is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hurt right now.
Yeah. I don't know what you're feeling.
You know, I'm really hurt right now. It's really crappy. We're all arguing over what is and is not right, and it's so simple. You know, we're all adults, and we all should be responsible for what we feel and what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone's trying to be nice, and you insist on being nice back, you follow through. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you're feeling. I do, but I don't. I don't care what's on your mind. I don't care what's happening. And no one has the right to stiff another person for no good reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know who in here has Shane as a friend or has Talon Cats on their list of friends, but I'm going to ask that you not attack her or judge her or take up issue. I don't think either one of us needs other people to fight our battles for us.
No, we don't know. Hey, Captain Kirk.
Hi,
oh
Kirk.
no.
Yeah, oh no is right. I've been sitting in the window looking at us.
You want to go outside, Cap? Yeah, until we grab the harness, then you run for it.
I think he knows something's down because he's not itching to get out. He's not scratching at the window or anything. That's Martin's timer.
Mm-hmm.
Restarted it?
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, we are artists. We live off our art, and during COVID, we're starving more than we normally would. And we have our stresses in our lives, and we needed to believe in people. And there's a part of us, I think, that still does.
Mm-hmm.
Martin's so used to me video.
Hey, just go on.
Okay.
Oh, just got on. Oh, okay. Here
I
we
thought
thought you were giving us some advice.
Yeah, I thought she was encouraging us.
Just go on, yeah. By all means, express.
But we're still gonna help friends, but we're gonna have to put limits. Friends are gonna have to pull their weight now, and if you're getting anything off of us, we're making it for you. You pay for postage up front like any customer would,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if we're making something out of the kindness of our hearts, and you're offering to pay for postage, you pay for postage ahead.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the first person and to do this kind of thing, and this is not the first time she's done this kind of thing. She lost us a lot of money back in BC through her emotional instabilities and her issues and her mishandling of issues. And, part of me said, I'm going to give her another chance. And, yeah, no. Completely uncalled for.
Mm-hmm.
So, American friends who like sending Canadian stuff out, let me know. I'll prepay you for postage. But it looks like our supplier is number right.
Just good here. Not sure what happens, or you're going through this. Thank you, Lovebug.
Thank you, Lovebug. I was just kind of doing a bit of a lead up that, I don't like coming on and saying these things, but as artists and as trying to pay the bills, and when you trust a friend and they screw you over like this. I want the world to know that, yeah, Martin and I are done. I know I am, and he's agreeing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Martin, unfortunately, is a man of few words. We're trying to fix that.
That's true.
So people don't, get suspicious all the time as to what's next. But, Shane Cohen, Cohen, aka Talented Cats, DALENDEDKATZ, and please no attacking. If you want to drop her or block her, that's fine, but no attacking. Back in BC, when her two kitties were alive, Piper and Emmy, we took the three of them in because they got screwed over by a bed and breakfast when they moved to Vancouver from Texas when she was getting to study, and we put a lot into her. We let her in our home with no rent. We got her an extra copy of the keys. We didn't just rescue her little butt for a short period of time. We had her living with us for months. Mm-hmm. And, on the condition that she was saving up to get a better place, because now she was in Vancouver, she could look in
As
person.
opposed to looking from Texas remotely, which we know that screwed us over when we did that from coming back to Ontario. So.
When she got seriously lazy about looking for a place, we called up some friends who we knew. One of them had her boyfriend's parents were fixing their basement into a small apartment, and we know them and we trust them, and so we gave them a call and said, here. And that is where she wound up. She fought it, but I guess it was just too comfy not paying rent. But we thought, a friend who is scared and wants to be in Canada and hasn't really thought it through, but is doing the best she can, then okay. She was a long-time Periscope supporter by that point. And so we put her up for a while, and then we got her a place, and we got her a job. We couldn't sponsor her. She got money as a sponsor. We're like, no, we can't. We need that room back. And
can't recognize you two without your costumes on.
Hi, James. This is what we look like.
Hey, John, I sent you.
Hey, Katie. So the final straw for us was when we were doing a Wild West gig in Cloverdale, and we had a 3/10 space that they gave us on the condition that a percentage of what we made went back to the charity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we struck a really nice deal with them, and that's where Sabrina is shot. And the cat that they were using for Sabrina at Salem was starting to get too heavy. Like, he was putting on weight. He was getting bigger and bigger.
I'm saying at the craft table, what do you expect?
Whereas her black little kitty, Piper, was already a small. He wasn't big. He wasn't. So we said, he's excellent. You've trained him well. Why don't we do some fundraising, because he's a black cat, and this is technically where Sabrina shot, and we've asked them to give us the booth space outside the cafe that they use the most often, and we know the people who hire and look for these pets and do all this stuff. So why don't you come down for a day, because your cat gets along with everyone, is well trained on the leash. We'll make up like a bed. Your cat will wear costumes every day. I've seen that cat socialize with every kid in the park well on a leash. Mm-hmm. We'll make up a bed, and we'll make him a witch's outfit or a warlock's outfit or whatever you want to call it. And we'll give 50% of photos. Like, it'll be donations, so you aren't getting paid. It won't be counting as your income. And I will call the appropriate people to come meet your cat. Mm-hmm. And she said yes. And we got a hold of the event, and the event said, yes, we'll do that. However, you've got to pay additional insurance for the cat to be there, just in case. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I called her up, and she said, I can't afford the insurance. And we said, so we'll pay for it. We'll add it to our business expense, and you can pay us back. You get the gig? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the gig, pay us back. You don't get the gig, we'll negotiate. And she didn't show up.
Cat insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's for having a live animal at your exhibit, exactly. Place, right?
So we paid the money, and She never showed up. And when I called her and said, listen, that money's gone, she said that she wasn't feeling well and she wasn't 100% sure that she could handle a whole day with the cat. And she wasn't in the mood, and she was still questioning the whole government paperwork and everything that we did, which says the
For
money's not an
immigration,
income. You know, the money's, it's not going to affect her sponsorships. It's not going to affect her work visa. It's not going to affect anything. We did all that for her, but she suddenly decided that morning that she didn't want to do it. And she yelled at us for a week and a half and would call us up on a regular basis to yell at us and tell us about how we don't give a damn about her. The friendship doesn't matter. All we're after is money. And I thought I would never hear from her again when I blocked her back then. I think she found us here in Habs, and she started communicating again. And as you saw on the broadcast that she's been on, you know, she changed her profile to say she's
hello
from
from Toronto instead of hello from Texas.
And she let us know that Piper and Emmy had passed. And first Piper and then Emmy. And I, live on air, said, let's make you some memorial stuff for your little altar, because we felt very close to those cats. And we appreciated
they lived in their home too when she did, right?
Yeah. She probably does have mental health issues, but that's where Martin and I are starting to realize that as much as we're artists, it is a business. And the last few years, out of, I don't know, a fear of friends leaving us or something, we've let a lot of people just do this kind of thing to us. And we want to feel special because we're artists. You want people to appreciate your art. But it keeps financially shutting us down. And there's a fine line between finances and friends, especially when friends are buying things off of you. So suffice it to say, we're pretty scared right now of a lot of the friends we do have, let alone some of the customers who want to be our friends, or fans that think they're best friends when we barely know them. So it's kind of thrown us into a tizzy
Yeah.
as to what a friendship is,
Yeah.
as to what a customer is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were told by someone the other day that we're undervaluing our stuff. Yet we had a friend call us and tell us that everything's too expensive.
That's very subjective, right?
It's very confusing. We need to pay the bills. We need to make those sales, and we have to keep our energy up. We're artists. That's what we do.
So you said, don't you'll ever get rid of me.
Does she scare you yet?
Oh yeah.
She always scared you,
Are you
didn't she?
frightened yet? Oh yeah. Little firecracker.
So she I sent her a message because we had been discussing on air, live on air, and she was saying in the comments that she insists on paying for postage. So we were like, okay.
In front of witnesses, in the comments.
Yeah, and we can take pictures and use them for promo. Maybe we can get work doing this for other pets. And we were like, okay. She's gotten better. She won't let us pay for everything, and she insists. And she says, you know, because at the first point we were only going to make the one item for Piper, and then Emmy passed, and then so we got another friend to make a second item for both cats. And then I said, I have a great idea for memorials that I'd like to try to see if we can put them up on the page, and maybe, you know, move ahead with that, like find a different angle, because right now we're still experimenting as to what should be on our store. Might as well experiment a little more. And she was all for it. She said, "Don't, you're going to pay for the materials? Fine. Don't pay for the postage. I'll pay for the postage." And then when I got a hold of her and said, "Here's a receipt. I put it in the mail. There was no point in getting a quote. I trust you. Didn't have to prepay for postage. I'm putting it in the mail, and I paid the extra that if something happens and it doesn't get delivered, it'll come back to me. I'll pay for the postage again because that's my art. And we'll discuss how we're going to get it back to you, but I don't see a problem because we've had everything delivered in the past few years and had no problems with the postage system. So that's what we did. And after I sent the receipt, she started sending message after message PM after PM. Even text messages, saying over and over again how I'm the worst friend on the planet, how inconsiderate I am, how dare I ask her for postage, nothing came from the heart. And I'm like, this is just like that cake. Fans up front. Oh, Lovebug, you're a rarity. Lovebug, can you stay our friend, please? I don't know if there's anything in our store that you want or anything you want us to make for you, but can you stay our friend? Long enough to test the
Yeah,
theory.
really, yeah. Hey, now, Fale, how are you? Are you watching us from Twitter? Come over to Haps.
Haps.
Road as hell is paved with good intentions. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You're a great couple. It will be so cool. Have parties with you guys. Hey, when things finally open up
I
again,
miss
yeah.
our
Oh my
parties.
God, yeah.
I miss everyone
We used to
bringing
host
your
big
bits.
ones, yeah.
And I mean, the biggest party was when we had that large studio. That was awesome. She's got a lot of problems, Luke, but I think Martin and I have got the problem that we trusted her again. So she has a different problem than we do, but it's going to be really hard for Martin and I to go against that programming.
Yep.
I mean, we've been yelling and screaming about nothing and taking out our energy, on each other. And of course, it's because we're married. And it doesn't mean we're a bad relationship, and it doesn't mean we're a bad couple. It doesn't mean any of that. It just simply means we're not handling this very well.
Yeah.
Neither one of us is handling this very well.
Long time friend. Yeah.
Thank you, Antoinette. So,
for nearly 3 years. That's true.
Harold, I'll go back to the beginning of the story after I finish the story.
Yeah.
So
you might be able to fill in the blanks as we go too.
We had an awesome Anime North this weekend.
2 great panels.
Even easier than I thought, and we go and check the mail because we're getting deliveries on weekends now.
Just what us married people do.
And this is her package. Because she called me every name in the book, and she said I'm sending it back. She yelled and screamed at me about how I had no love or consideration for her cat. That's my custom declaration with my signature on it. And there's no price tag on the label. It looks like it was undelivered. And there's no sender's signature on the sticker from the States. And so I expect Martin and I will be getting an invoice in the mail for postage owing to have it shipped back at our expense, which is what we did. And her words were, I really don't give a damn. She didn't even open it.
Yep.
Her words were, I don't give a damn if you destroy everything. And proceeded to call me more names. So we are out a good $50 to $60 plus the materials, plus the time. New customers and new friends.
Martin does seem like a lot of work, though. How'd you know?
Yeah, James, it is one of the very people do, and a lot of people don't understand. Some of us just don't fight like others. Yeah, look at that, completely still wrapped. I used yellow tissue paper for the color of healing.
Yeah, the post trying to catch up to with COVID people off. I think deal with negative people anymore. I'd say loss.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately a personality type that says, people are going to be negative and you shouldn't judge them right away, but I think I let them go too long. I mean, I put a picture of both kitties.
We did love both, yeah. We did spend a lot of time on this.
I put a picture of both kitties in there. I put to Shane in memory of our fur babies. Because Martin and I have lost cats before. May Piper and Emmy live in our hearts forever, and we signed it.
Hey, Holly. Sorry to hear this happen to you. Thank you.
Hi, Holly. I don't know if Shane's communicated with you, but I have to give up.
We gave her a second chance.
That's $50 worth of postage back and forth now. Because she wouldn't pay $25 when she said she would. And she pestered me for weeks on end to, she intimidated, she insulted, I put warning emotion food inside. She told me what her favorite chocolate bar from up here is, and so I went out and bought it, and I don't eat Mr. Bakes. I don't eat these.
James
So-
says, I hear you, but now with everything that has happened, I want to only be with positive people going forward.
I'm trying, James. I'm really trying, but we live in an industry too where people get really negative on set because they're upset and they're having a really bad day. It's a very stressful industry, and you got to give them a chance. But I'm not giving her another chance to lose me money. So I don't eat these, and neither does Martin. So,
Nope.
But between what happened in BC and what just happened with In Time, materials, postage, the extra insurance for the cat, etc., the free rent, if we were to have charged her percentage of rent, we've lost 5, 6, 7, 8. We've lost about $1,500 on her, and that's just the cash. That's not the time. I don't care if there's something wrong with her. This is too much. What does it look like, Jason? Here you now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna unwrap it because I really, really wrapped it.
Yeah. Color wrap and tissue paper and all sorts of things. Yeah.
And Jedi Senshi, we'll talk in private, but with the negotiations we were originally talking about, I'm not going to charge you for the wand. And if you decide to take these in, I won't charge you for the items because I already spent time on them. And Jeff did as well. So he's now been screwed over. So the first thing I made for her is this. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's okay. And I did this live on air, so we have proof. We have evidence. This little vial was a sugar vial I custom made for Piper. If anyone has a black cat, I can easily do a little black over the white spot on the front and make it into a different black cat. But I can't make it into a different color cat. Because Sculpey and Fimo and polymer clays are difficult to paint and make it look right. But I can do a little black too. But that's a vial with catnip. And that's supposed to be Piper with angel wings. And I put my heart into this.
A little halo.
This is a $55 custom item, plus of course the shipping. So when she said she was going to get more, I told her to wait to pay it because then we should put them all together.
Hey Vince.
Hi Vince. Okay, Harold. Shields up and make sure it's fast. Yeah. Both a hug right now. I wish you could do it. Do you? Yeah. You had black cats? Honey, what's the name of your black cat? Do you want this little guy? I'll cover over his white spot. Do you want this little guy? That's a $55 item, and that's underselling myself. So and that's catnip inside, and of course the peg has been sealed, so her other cats, her new cats, wouldn't.
I'll take it, she says. Awesome.
Okay, Katie, it's yours.
Kimchi. Lucifer is my black cat. I like to play on words there. Lucifer.
Kimchi, that's awesome. People should give homes to black cats more often.
James, like a lightsaber for my son. How do I see options and prices?
Oh, James. James, thank you. Right now, because we haven't figured out how to do the custom order thing on the page, we've struggled with it, but there doesn't seem to be an easy way with that store. So we may have to come up with a different way to do it. Right now, send us an email at carhunger. It's the same lettering, CARR.
HUNGER.
At carhunger.com, CARR.
HUNGER.
And send us a sketch or a drawing or various images of what aspects of the different sabers you want. And
let us know what color blade, that sort of thing as well.
And we will give you a quote based on fast and good, fast and not so, like the quality not so good, like in other words the type of board and everything like that. Don't care when it gets to you and good, don't care when it gets to you and not as good. So it's the type of boards and everything, and we'll send you multiple quotes and look at it and then get back to me. Okay. The Anime North panels were awesome.
They were, yeah.
So Jedi said she's going to take the wing by Cat. Thank you.
Tribbles. Nickname your Tribbles. Troubles with Tribbles.
This is Troubles. Then, is it Sorry Piper? I love the time I spent with you. You want me to cover up the white patch, or do I leave it? Because that was very much a Piper thing. Send us an email, James, please, with everything like that.
Color blade, what level of quality you want, and
if you want us to send you an email with like a question and answers thing, then by all means.
Gilded Dragon, hey Jeff.
Hi Jeff. Send it to. Perfect timing, Jeff. Send it to. Put it on the last comment on here, so we don't have to scroll and find it. Is that a deal? Like even if you come back in the replays, that's one of the reasons I love apps. This was the other item. Jeff made this one, and the hand painting is beautiful. Oh yeah. Martin can do that. While I fuss with this, that'll be perfect. Now this one is a special case. Because this print, he's got a different kind of printer than we do. So the way his details are is more accurate. And his paint job, and he primed it, he did everything. So these are the two kitties. And that's the piece Jeff did for her to honor both kitties. And he did this one when Emmy passed. And he can't repaint it. And he can't make a profit off it because the file he downloaded that she wanted is one of those free for use non-commercial. But we offered him $10, $5 to cover the materials, which is probably worth a little more because when you think of electricity and everything, and $5 for coffee. And the thing was, I was to give him the $10 because she was going to give me the $10. But you can't repaint them. And you can't make a profit, so we can't sell it. But the $10 can still be in play. And, I think it's worth a lot more because the detailing on the paint job, isn't it beautiful? If anyone wants this kind of detail this small, he's got the printer that can do it better. If we do it, we'll charge you more for time because we have to sand everything. He doesn't as much. So Jeff and we do 3D printing, he does, but it's an example of two different kinds of 3D printers. But this is one of those open rights things. Isn't that beautiful? I love his paint job, and he just did a beautiful job. And Jeff, aren't the little paw prints like glow in the dark? Didn't you make them glow in the dark? Screenshot it, but what are the options for the saber? How crazy do you make them? How crazy do you want it, James?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly what he wants in emailing.
The crazier, the higher the cost.
Yeah, the crazier, the higher the cost. So you can go to the upper end, and then we'll work it back. But, we'll be honest with you. And if you say my budget can't do that, then we'll say we'll switch this for that. We do this instead of that. We don't do an anodized. We do a paint job, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, they are props. So sky's the limit. We rebuilt a whole Star Trek bridge once. Is that gorgeous?
Save my dinner from the oven.
It's important. Flowers, and yes, they do glow in the dark. They are flowers. Cool. Cool. How do you expect payment? If it's through Square,
It's through the store.
and if it's through the store, through PayPal, Square handles all that for us.
Mhm.
I haven't figured out how to do that with the custom order yet, but if you're the first one, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But the store is connected to Square and PayPal. And it makes it easy because it goes into the company account, which means the government can track our income, which is what I want, because after the lack of income and living off of Martin's parents' inheritance, and we've run out now, the government's going to get suspicious if we don't look like we're making money. So, yeah, we'd like it to go through the store.
Mhm.
We'll figure it out for you. We will figure it out for you. We will definitely figure it out for you.
Yep.
And if you become a sponsor here, you get a 10% off. So we give you a discount code, and we can figure out how that works with custom as well. Martin's going to have to spend some time with Square on the phone, like he did before.
Yep.
And have them gently walk him through it.
Walk me through the process. How do we set this up?
So I don't know, Katie, if you've got kitty cat that looks similar to this, and if you want this one as well.
There you go. Jeff has a bit of an answer there. You can create an invoice in Square with whatever dollar amount you want. Call it custom item.
Oh, well, apparently Jeff's already done the work for us. Thank you,
Yep.
Jeff. This is what friends are for. Glass and box. Nice. Thank you, Antoinette. If you can, I think you can do a review on our I think you can do reviews on the stores.
Mhm.
If anyone who's already bought something from our stores or even custom stuff, if you can do a review on the store, because I think I turned that on. If I didn't turn it on, tell me, I'll turn it on. Learning this whole store thing, online store thing, has been very challenging. So that's the other one. I get the feeling you make him do a lot of things you don't want to do. Hey, he doesn't. No, he doesn't want. He doesn't want to do maintain social media. He doesn't want to handle customer complaints.
Pretty much it. She does all the social media.
He doesn't want to do any of the advertising. He doesn't want to. He's got a whole list of what he doesn't want to do, and they're all the things I was trained to do.
That's right.
So
all the things that she's way better at than me anyway.
We can't call each other business partners if he doesn't pull his half.
That's right.
He hates doing the money part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. He had a choice. He does the things that I'm really good at, and I suck at the money part, and I'm good at saving and budgeting. I'm not good with the taxes and all the paperwork. So he either faces it, and I get to do the stuff that he sucks at, or I do the stuff I'm really good at, and he faces the other one.
Yep.
So, thank you, Antoinette.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, James. And this is a first of its kind, and it cracked.
It cracked.
Oh, it cracked.
It cracked.
Well, we could put a piece of plexi in there. We could do these in future from scratch instead of buying a frame. Because we bought the frame for this. We bought the frame especially for her for this.
Yeah.
Instead of buying the frame, we could make these with like a plexiglass or a. We've got a lot of leftover Lexan, so we can replace this for whoever.
That's true. Yeah.
And we can do different words too. But this was the first of its kind. This metal plate is because she was worried about these standing upright. So we spent the money.
Little magnets on them.
Ordered rare earth magnets so that they can go on top like that. But because she's in Texas, we put the words in a very Texan kind of slang. And we put the name of the 2 cats that passed away and the 2 cats she has now. And we did them as black silhouettes as a memorial. So we were thinking of putting these up on the store as $50 for a base price, which if we have to make these from scratch, we're going to have to up that base price. So the base price will probably be about $60 or $70. Yeah. And then $10 an animal, so cat or dog doesn't matter. But you get 2 animals. If we're gonna put it up for 60 or 70, then it would be 2 animals, and then anything beyond that would be an extra 10 per animal. But that was the whole arrangement. We were setting her to put on her little altar.
Maybe seeing the crack triggered her. She never opened it.
She never opened it.
This package is exactly sealed as we sent it.
It's exactly sealed the way we. And looking at the label from the U.S. Post, she didn't even go pick it up. It sat. It went to whatever the closest post office was. It was undeliverable because I put on the package that it was a special item and a gift, because technically they were. And she was going to pay for the shipping.
Yep.
So if she was a customer, that's $55 US. If Jeff didn't use a free print, I don't know how much he's charging for something like this, but if I was him, I would charge a good $50-$60 for that. So US. So that's about 110 US there, and then 70, and then 80, and then 90. So that's about 100 US there. You're looking at over $200 worth of product, and that's underpricing. Because custom stuff takes a while to do. With the magnets on. Thank you, Antoinette. So, yeah.
Hey, 2 scoops, sorry.
Hi, 2 scoops. So, as an artist, if we were to add additional time to get to the post office, if we were to add the emotional of creating this, if we were to add all of that, Martin and I are looking at about a $500 loss here.
Jeff says with the paint job of $50-$60 is about right.
Yeah. So, I know, Jeff, because of what you downloaded, but if someone says to me, I'm going to give Jeff $50 so I can have it, or says to us, listen, I'm going to give you this full value. This is why I'm asking Jedi Senshi if, because we can easily change these.
Yep.
We
pop
just
those off
pop
and,
those off and
put some new ones in.
But this is why I'm asking Jedi Senshi, because I'll be honest with you guys, we owe her money. If she really wants these, I'm just going to write the loss off on the company and buy Jeff a coffee.
Yep.
And ask Jedi Senshi to take the value of these off of what we owe her. If she can't, I want her to be honest with me, because she's a very long-time friend, and I have no intention of losing her. She's been incredible to us. If she can't do that, then I will respect that. She's already claimed this one. She hasn't told me whether or not she wants me to hide the patch on the belly. But, and of course I'm going to replace the glass. I'm not going to hand her cracked glass. I'll replace it with a plexi. At least now we have an experiment that we know if other people want to custom order these.
How do we package it differently so that doesn't happen? Yeah.
So you and I need to put together the materials to make this from scratch instead of buying the frame and using it as a base, and make a different sample with doggies.
I like that.
And see if a friend out there has appropriate doggies for the type of doggies we did the silhouettes as, and ask them if they want it for the cost of shipping. If they want to offer us the cost of the materials, because it's our sample.
Yeah.
So we sell it as a sample. We can easily change the word, especially now that they're stuck to the glass.
Yeah, they'll leave with glass. Right?
So, so I'm gonna give Jedi Senshi the chance to speak up first. Whether or not she wants a little memorial to her kitties, and because because we know Emmy and Piper will take a minute to take these and just apologize to Emmy and Piper, and then put the new names on them and turn them around.
Hey, John Michael, welcome aboard.
Oh my God, John!
Hi, Lord. Thank you.
But I'm learning very quickly that I can't keep lying to myself about friends. A bad friend makes a bad customer. And to lie to myself that someone's a good friend because I fell in love with their cats is a little silly. Like, I mean, I love my fur babies, but this is too much. I mean, we're looking at a huge loss being friends with her.
Mhm.
So I'm going to ask the friends that are existing right now, or even the fans. It doesn't matter to me what levels you are. If you're going to respect us,
Mhm.
don't do this to us, please.
What did the friend do to again?
Hi, Wigga.
Wicca.
What did the friend do? Well, the friend has already screwed us over back when we all lived in BC, and she had moved back to Texas, and she'd gotten a hold of us, and we thought that bygones were bygones. So we took another chance, and we custom made a whole memorial piece for her kitty cats because she said that she insisted here on apps in the comments that she would pay for the postage.
Mhm.
And when I put it off in the mail, she spent quite a bit of time taking chunks out of me about how I'm a bad friend. I'm inconsiderate, about how she's mourning her kitty cat still. It's a year later, and how dare I send her a copy of the receipt for postage? And did not stop. She did the same thing she did back in BC, a constant barrage of insults and degradations. And I'm normally a person who will lie to myself and say, oh, a friend's just having a bad day, and she's screaming about how cruel I am because she's still mourning her kitties. And I said to her, no, if you want, I'll find the broadcast. If you don't want to pay me the postage, that's fine. We made these especially for your kitties. Don't talk to us ever again.
Mhm.
We will count the whole thing as a loss, and we will not trust another person again. Everyone pays up front for what they agreed to pay for. And if I overquote a little, I probably bipolar, yeah. I hate friends. How much is postage? Well, to her in Texas, this package cost us $30 to send. Because there's the packaging, there's the time to take it to the post office, there's all the bubble wrap, which I've now cut to unwrap, the tissue paper. We did a personal note for her with a picture of her kitty cats, which we printed out. Yeah. Yeah, I just. So we're never doing this again. And if someone wants to stop being friends with us because we learned our lesson, then.
Yeah. John Michael, she offered to pay for the postage, and then reneged on that offer, and then blamed us for
I mean, if she had
for
said
being
to me,
so presumptuous to want her to pay for
if
postage.
she had said to me, I'm going to put $5 a week in PayPal, or can I do it over a couple months because I'm having a hard time, or something.
Yeah.
Then I would have been fine.
She was sending us snacks from Texas that we can't buy in Canada. We were even willing to accept that.
We told her, we said, listen, if you want to do that again, I'll wait for my birthday. I'll wait till August. Here's a list. You did that last year for Christmas, so.
Whether she has these available, we don't know, but she's refusing to. But we already sent it to her.
The thing
she
is,
sent it back.
She sent it back unclaimed, which means we have to pay postage twice. And continue to send violent message, aggressive message, insulting message, one after the other, nonstop, for about a week. No. And this is the second time. The last time she screwed us over, we paid for the insurance for her cat to be part of an event where we could have gotten her and her cat work, paid work. We paid for the cat's insurance and everything, and she never showed. And then she spent weeks again harassing, phone calling me names, going on about how money is more important than friendship. When you're a starving artist and you're trying to help a friend out, yes, get payments up front. I should have. I just prepaid for a quilt I'm having made. Nice. Good business, especially for custom items. Well, this is it. We didn't charge her for the items. We didn't charge her for any of this.
She offered to pay for the postage. We were even going to send it to her. Right?
Those kitty cats are part of our life. For months in British Columbia, 2 of these cats, the 2 that passed away, were part of our life. These were gifts. All we said was we couldn't afford the gifts and the postage. You know, it's not a matter of being jaded. It's a matter of we can't afford to keep doing this. And she's not the only one. It's not a matter of being jaded. It's a matter of being smart. If I can't pay my rent or my bills because I trusted someone, I said, like I said, if she had not attacked again, I would have been like, yeah, just get me the $30 when you get to it. It'll be a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, if jaded means I can't afford to keep losing thousands of dollars, that's Scoops, that's not jaded.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has the funds available. I did send it to her. Wigga, she sent it back unclaimed. In other words, the postie took this. I'm doing it on an angle because I don't want you to see her address or ours. Okay, because this one was sent from her personal address, not our company address. She sent it back unclaimed, which means we have to pay the postage for it to get shipped back, which means U.S. Post will be sending us a bill.
Send her a new cat. She has 2 new cats. You know, it was a passing of the torch.
We didn't lend her money.
Yes, yeah.
We trusted her. So, done. We have to.
Yeah.
You need friends like me. Thank you, John. That's not helping. You need a new enemy. Well, you can find her online. It's only going to upset her more, and you're only going to not add to her well-being, and we have no intention of ever communicating with her again. So if that's what you need, then that's fine. Yes, she has a paying job, and she has her father paying half her bills.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's been sending me messages since she moved back to Texas about, what do you think about this color? I'm buying a new comforter. Hey, I'm going to get a new bed because I don't like the one that my father kept a hold of for me. My apartment's not big enough. I'm moving again. Thank you, John. It is, except now we have these items that I don't want to see, and it's our art, so I don't want to throw them out. Jedi Senji, do you want us to change the names and the wording?
And we'll replace the glass.
And we'll replace the glass, and this is all now yours. You give me 2 names of the kitty cats that have passed in your life, and 2 that are there. And you tell us, you know, we'll change the saying to something nice, more to you. And do you want these to take these in? Do you want to take these in? Father and job, drug use a possibility, possible. But this is it. I've been paying for everyone else's life, and I used to think that was friendship, and I'm realizing with everything we've been through in the last few years, that's not friendship. Judge Judy, we're Canadian, we got.
Help us.
She is. Yeah. She's complaining all the time about how she can't get back. Well, that's because she wouldn't bust her ass to get another work visa. She did not bust her ass to see through her courses. She's a half-decent artist. She could really make it. But she's too lazy. She's too whiny. And yeah, spoiled brat might be the word for it. So yeah, wait until he dies in about 10 years. Yes, please. Jedi Senshi, these are yours. I need 2 names of kitty cats that have passed that you want to honor, and 2 names of kitty cats you have alive that you think should be lectured by the kitty cats that passed to take care of you. Jedi Senshi has just claimed it, John. We'll make you one.
This is one of the things we want to consider doing is little pet memorials like this for cats.
But I'm
or
not
dogs,
sending
whatever.
anyone to anything for free. They won't.
No.
John, if you want to send us an email, order one, and we'll tell you how much to pay up front. I want to make one with dogs as a sample, and do that. Judy is dead. Is she really?
Yeah.
I guess eventually it had to happen. She was such a.
Oh, hey, Kyla. She said she paid $15 to return the items. Okay, we don't have any proof of that here, so we're just
There's no
speculating
receipt.
at this
There's
point,
nothing.
yeah.
And Kyla, after what she said to us, that we could smash it for all she damn cares, because we are inconsiderate, heartless assholes, etc., 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 etc. It doesn't matter at this point. She lost us money when we were in BC. We set up everything. We did tons for her. In total, trusting her, we've lost. I did the math earlier. Something like $6,000, or I can't even remember what I said, because she lived with us rent free. We had to find her a place because she wouldn't go. Yeah, one after the other. We paid for the insurance for her cat to be at an event in order to be seen by a casting director, because we know the people who work on Sabrina, and we were able to set that up. We paid the insurance money. She didn't show. And then she yelled and screamed about how I'm a bad friend, and obviously business only counts. And she didn't let up. She even went as far as to send me, I deleted all those messages. I'm sure they're archived somewhere. I don't know. But she even sent me a bill for the 3 dinners that she treated Martin and I to in the time that she was living with us. And a bill for her transit for any event she agreed to show up for, too. No, Kyla. I'm sorry. There's no indication. There's no money on this. It just simply says unclaimed return, and I have it officially in front of me. I've taken a photograph of it because, of course, heat fades these. I don't care what she says. She also said she'd pay. She also sat here on Haps and praised us. She said a whole bunch of things that were beautiful and nice and kind. And I thought she'd learned her lesson from BC, and she would never do it to us again. Her cats are precious, and Martin and I became very close to them. And no. I'm not going to tell anyone whether or not they're going to be friends. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you trust her in this capacity, it's on your own. I'll hear the story later on about how you learned like we did, but no.
You know what?
We put a website address. Yay, cool.
Yep, I did. Yep.
Hang on. You were disrespectful. I'm so confused on how, because she insisted on paying for the postage, and I sent her the receipt as we agreed, and she took a chunk out of me for a week straight about how I'm disrespecting her pain. I'm not allowing her to mourn. I'm not a good friend. Yeah, basically she wanted another free ride, and I wasn't going to give it to her this time. Because even though her kitty cats passed, I wouldn't insist any of you make something for me from my previous kitty cats and tell you I'm going to pay for something and not do so. So I have all the messages archived. I said to her, you already did a deposit. It wasn't much. Maybe that's the $15 she's talking about. But that's at least a couple $100 US. That's like a $300 US combination when you add shipping and when you add packaging. And we are a business. No matter what friend you are, we are a business, and we are artists, and we have to pay our bills. This is good money spent to know her truth. Yes, and the fact that Jedi Sentry is going to take them in after we fix it, then that to me is says loads, because she's a very special friend, a very long time friend. So yes, you're right. We know her truth, and we're not going to let people do it anymore. 1 cat that has passed and 3 that are alive. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, honey. I'll just print out another cat.
We'll just print another cat.
I'll reprint this one without the wings,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine because we'll put this in a little box and use it for another one in the future. Maybe we should do one for our kitties
Because we've had
instead of because we've
we've
been
had a
trying to
few
find
last
room
night.
on the wall to have space.
Mhm. Hey,
You
Vogue,
just tell us what the names are, Jenny. Jen, I said Jenny. Hi, Vogue Live. Vogue.
Vogue?
The Vogue.
I think it's Vogue, isn't it?
Is it Vogue?
Vogue.
No, isn't that an E on the end though? Vogue is with an E. But you should go steal our cats and hold them hostage until she pays.
It's not fair to the cats.
And the cost
They're
of driving
innocent in
down
all
there?
of this. Yeah. She's in Texas. We're in Toronto.
Texas! Dude! Isn't dead. I've seen some of her shows she's done during the pandemic. Sans audience. That's creepy when you see those shows. I find it creepy without the audience. I'm so used to the audience being there.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, someone get on Wikipedia. I cried more than when my cat died. Oh, John. Honey.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
know
quote
that
you
feeling,
one
yeah.
if you let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have to treat it as a business, no matter how mushy we get. We have to treat it as a business. And that's going to be the hardest thing for us, is reminding ourselves, this is a business. Since COVID, this is what's paying our bills now. Before it was like we got extra stuff on this kind of thing. Now it's our business.
Mm-hmm.
And about her death hoax last year, yes. Ah.
The news of her passing has been greatly exaggerated.
The cats are Judy. Both. Triple said has passed, and Bob, Fred, and Fanny from the live ones.
Okay. Do a screen cap of that.
There, I screen capped. Cross convos, I know. Isn't that great? Husband died 3 years ago. Did he take her name? Maybe that's where the confusion comes. Mr. Judy.
Mr. Yeah, go to Texas and come back, quarantine hotel for 14 days.
Good times.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
But we made our point.
Exactly. And we've been too nice to our friends. I mean, Vince, I don't know if you're still here, honey, but we sent you the house magnet for free. It was a special thing. We're sorry it got shipped in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
But we would really appreciate it if you would stop hinting that we need to send a replacement and or you want more stuff. You have to earn it from this point on, honey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you have your code and you have your $10 gift card that you can use. You gotta. We can't do it, honey. We need to eat. We really need, and our bills are gonna start racking up. And I can't go through that again. I can't. I'm an artist as a business. And I have to respect myself for that.
I was really on about Judge Judy all of a sudden. Yeah.
I know.
Wigga, you're stirring the pot. So, you know what?
She's still alive. But her show is ending next month. Well, then she's dead.
She's dead to us.
She's dead next month. She's dead next month because her show is ending. That's it. She's dead next month.
So we're coming up on an hour. I know this has been a very emotional conversation and very kind of heart-wrenching.
Not to cry.
But I think we need to do something to lift our spirits a little bit.
What?
As many of you know, yesterday was the 34th anniversary of
the day we met, which was a Friday. Mm-hmm. 34 years ago, it was a Friday.
Yeah. And yesterday, with everything going on with the broadcast and the panel and all the other stuff, we never got a chance to actually go out.
You're going
and do something.
Away for.
Yeah, I'm going away next week. So.
Well, you're going away. You're leaving tonight.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to be back until Saturday morning.
Next Saturday morning, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a personal thing, so we're not going to discuss it. But yeah, you're going to be gone.
It's something I need to do for me. Happy anniversary meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think we should do what we did the weekend that we met.
Go to a Doctor Who convention?
Go to a Doctor Who convention. Exactly. We're going to create a Doctor Who convention and go. When I met Christina.
Don't put it past me.
When I met Christina, her meal of choice, her staple at conventions was in the morning for breakfast, she would have fries and a coffee. Because she was on a tight budget, right?
And a
convention
teenager.
budget, and a teenager, right? And any other meal during the day would be fries and a shake. So since it's already breakfast is long gone, is long happened, I say we go out and find ourselves fries and a shake.
That means I can't have any sugar for the next 3 days because I'm no longer 18 years old.
Well, I think we can arrange that.
Yeah, you're not
I
going to
will.
be
I will
here.
take all the sugar with me.
Wow. Let me guess. The hoax was she died of COVID. I mean,
Probably,
2020. Yeah. That was the in thing.
That's when it hit, right?
Or what was the flying the locust? No, the
Murder hornets.
The murder hornets.
Yeah.
She died of murder hornets. She tried to negotiate peace between the murder hornets and the bumblebees, and the murder hornets took her down.
So you got caught in the middle of conflict.
Yep. Yeah. This is why we write stories once a month on apps.
When last we found Judge Judy, she was negotiating a trade agreement between the murder hornets and the bumblebees. Gavin McLeod has died. What's he got to do with Judge Judy?
Well, let's see. It was the Hojo's restaurant, the Howard Jones restaurant. So, Shaken and Fries McDonald's seems
kind of.
It doesn't compare.
Five Guys.
Is there Five Guys nearby that does shakes? Because the one we normally doesn't do shakes. Not all of them do shakes.
Not all of them do. This is true.
But that would be even more awesome fries than the ones in Hojo. Howard
Yeah,
Jones.
because it's a bit of a drive to the airport. The hotel is still there. It's just under a different name now. The 2-pack is still on. Great.
A small shake if needed. Kevin McLeod has died. Are we just going through lists of Judy isn't dead. I'll go do it myself. We didn't see that. You may want to delete that comment.
I know, yeah, really.
Yeah, like that's going to block the comment from everyone else, right? With me putting my hand over it. You may want. There you go, folks. If it happens, you know.
Yep. Yeah, York Mills and Leslie almost like.
Yeah, but do they have shakes?
Let's find out this one.
Do they have a phone number?
There's a phone number. Yep.
Do you want to call them?
I will step off camera. I'll go AFK and make a phone.
I think I'm being trolled. Probably.
Oh yeah, Wigga's just stirring the pot.
We'll just troll him back.
Wigga.
He'll either settle down like a lot of our very dedicated supporters do, because some of them do come across as trolls at first, or he'll become just part of the family, or he'll eventually disappear.
Not at that one. Okay, I know that not everyone does. Okay.
Which one does? Do they know?
Oh, do you know offhand which ones do, or? Okay. Shepherd Young, Gordon Eglinton, downtown. Okay. Perfect. Thanks.
I'm not tired yet.
Good call, asking.
So Shepherd and Young? That's not far.
Let's see, 4841 Young Street. Let's see if there's parking in that area.
So it's parking. You guys were really good at the story time yesterday. You guys were really awesome with the awards.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
We can always walk there. That would burn off the fries and the shake, right? Yeah, no.
How long is that?
Shepherd Young is a little bit of a walk.
Roast chicken.
That's got to be at least an hour walk to Shepherd Young.
Dude.
No, I think we'll drive there. Yeah.
Jeff, we owe you coffee.
Yep.
And not a McDonald's coffee, like a Starbucks or a second cup or a, like a latte. I have enough stars and points, Jeff. I have enough stars and points that I can get you a coffee for making this incredible piece.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's going to go into Jedi Sensei's life.
Yep.
And for making this figure. And yeah. Okay, deal. You got it. You got it.
Lisa, York Mills and Leslie. That's the one I just checked. They don't do shakes. Not all of the Five Guys do shakes.
So I'm curious.
Latte.
And yes, postage costs can be counted as shrinkage, uh, basically, because it was an expense that yielded nothing. So it will be written off as a loss, and basically, Jedi Senshi will benefit from that loss, and we won't do it again. So yeah, but if you can't afford the loss, then it doesn't matter how it's in the books; it's still a loss.
There was shrinkage, I tell you, like a frightened turtle. Yeah, I know. Everyone
Okay,
has to
I'm
giggle at the
curious
word
now.
shrinkage.
Young and what?
Young and Shepherd.
Shepherd. Young and Shepherd, yeah. Walking. There is no way I'm walking an hour and a
and
half
20 minutes.
and an hour and a half back.
That's right.
That's and if we pay for transit, it's the same as the Green Pea because we've got a hybrid.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and we could possibly find free parking around there too.
We can easily spend $2 in gas because the gas prices went up, and $2 in parking.
Shrinkage. Yes, Katie.
It's not that kind of broadcast.
All right.
Do you guys want us to get out back on once we have? Because I don't want it. It's really nice out.
We find a place to park. We can walk along Young Street over there. There's all kinds of stuff to see.
We can chat with them.
There's the library and the amphitheater and everything down there.
We do have to remember there is a lot that still has to be accomplished before you take off tonight.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay.
I'm still shaking a little. This whole anxiety thing is crap.
So let's go put some sugar into your system.
Oh, Katie, Katie, Jedi Senshi, do you like Mr. Biggs too? Because Martin and I don't eat these. Yeah. And I sent it to her as emotional food. So you want me to keep that for you too? It sounds like it broke, but that shouldn't change the taste of it.
All the flavor leaked out. Yeah. A lot of film work in Calgary, trade you apartments. Well, there's a lot of film work in Toronto too. It's just whether our line of work can actually benefit from it right now.
A lot of productions are trying to cut back on the budgets because of COVID and the amount of money they've lost. So 5 prop shops have gone under. So we've gone from working for a prop shop that guaranteed us work because there was more than enough to we're lucky if we get LSP work and we got to make the store happen. So it's still a shock.
Jedi said she will take it. Okay.
So she gets Mr. Big too.
Okay. Only the names will change to protect the innocent.
That's right. That's right. I don't know if Vince is still on here. Honey, don't take it personally. It's something we have to do. Whether or not you're friends with her is irrelevant. It's up to you. We don't encourage anyone to leave a friendship if that friendship is doing for them what's good for them. It just didn't do what's good for us. And any of our Vancouver 604 hasn't come on. Who came on again?
Kyla.
Yeah. She's the only Vancouver that came on?
I think so.
And Kyla, again, it's up to you. I'm not very good at the female hen chatter. I'm not. I really don't care what someone says. Paperwork is paperwork, and financial loss is financial loss. And this is not the first time. So I'm not going to go dig up receipts and stuff from before or her old messages that said things like I know I kept them because I don't need anyone, attacking me in future, but I don't need to go out of my way, create my anxiety, on a whole other level that I haven't even experienced yet, just to show you how nasty she's gotten with me on numerous occasions when she doesn't get her way. So, yeah, the fake receipt for the couple dinners she bought us to replace.
That's just
5 months rent.
Yeah.
On a place that was costing us about $3,000 to $4,000 a month to pay rent, to maintain, and pay the bills, and no. Also, we'll talk offline, but I have some interesting files that could be good for Dog Memorial, and he does say, is they are only pug and Doberman dogs. As long as we can sell them, as long as they're not in those categories.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can easily show online the different shapes and sizes that we can. I'm thinking of trying to find. If you want to help us out, we wouldn't mind the research because we're kind of buried. But I'd like to find, because these don't look like Persians. I mean, these could get away with Siamese because we're doing just silhouettes, so coloring doesn't matter. But they don't look like Persians. A Manx or a Lynx. I guess I could just chop off the tail.
Chop off the tail.
But yeah, we're still using the free design app for now until we can financially recover on some levels. So.
So they do have a
Hi, Ed.
license to point print, so awesome. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I would love for files to be shared. I was reading a page too that said ABS comes out smoother than PLR on the machine we have.
PLA.
The PLA on the type of machine we have. ABS is a little more money, but it would save us sanding time. So we're thinking of reprinting some of the simpler stuff in ABS and seeing what happens.
Makes have oversized hindquarters as well. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, shall we go do this?
Yeah, Ed, go back and watch the replay.
Yep.
Shapes and sizes, no shrinkage. Thanks. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, Facebook user. I'm not 100% sure which Facebook user it is, but thank you. On here and swashed in faces. Yeah. So how you do that in a silhouette? So
Armageddon. Okay. Hey, did you catch the replay on the Star Wars story time last night?
Red Eye, we made
Last question, because we gotta get going here. But
we made you the pirate.
You were the space pirate. A Weequay like Hondo.
You love Hondo.
I love Hondo. Hey, what's not to love about Hondo?
At least he's a relaxed, conniving.
That's true, yeah.
Weequay. Yeah.
Let's go get some fries and a shake at Five Guys.
Yeah. I'm trying not to cry. I've done my crying for the day.
Okay.
I have done my crying for the day. Life has intervened in a big way. Fred is having a disaster. Understood. When you get the chance, it'll be there. We don't delete those kinds of things.
Hasta luego.
Thank you, John.
You're done. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop that. It's silly.
It's really hard for me to see friends in a different way than I got used to.
Yep.
And I don't want to lose your friendship either, so that's a pretty scary place for me.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Okay. Now you're going to make me cry. Stop that!
No cries, Five Guys. Hasta la pancakes. Hey, Vincent.
Hi, Vincent.
We are actually going to be heading out here, but thank you so much.
And how I get those things. I'll fix them for you this week while he's away. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Which app are we broadcasting on? We are broadcasting on HAPS, HAPPS.tv. So, yes. Ed, you're not able to see everyone else's comments because you're watching from another platform.
So go to open your browser or download the app. And if you download the app, look for Car Hunger, CARR.
HUNGER.
If you're doing it in the browser, it's http://www.happs.tv/invite. If you type invite in, it'll know that we directly invited you. So INVITE / the @ symbol and car CARR.
Hunger HUNGER.
And you'll find us. And you can comment. And if you check in every day, they give you coins. You can buy coins if you want. If you do certain tasks, look for a list of tasks. If you do certain tasks, they'll give you coins. Your email updates will have certain things you can do to get more coins. And then you can spread the coin amongst all the other hapsters. That's what we're calling ourselves now.
Hapsters.
Maybe
you can words, appreciate.
I'd like that. I'd like that, honey.
Yeah.
Got that. Woo!
It's easy to remember.
Well, it's my last name, his last name. The biggest problem, people, we didn't foresee this when we registered the company. A lot of people forget that I have two R's in my last name.
Mhm.
So they do just CARHUNGER, which exists,
Mhm.
but it's an automobile dealership.
It's following us now. Awesome.
Thank you, Ed. So when you get over back to
Go
Haps,
eat.
go, yes,
I
Yes,
know. We
ma'am.
just won't stop talking.
yes, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Going, ma'am. Right away, ma'am.
Love you, ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
We want that too. Okay.
Okay. I'll bring a booster battery or plug it into the car or whatever, and
Yeah.
because the broadcasts really drain this phone, but
Mhm.
it's a better phone to do it on.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll do that. All right, folks. At the end of every broadcast, I say the same thing: respect yourself more than anyone else can, and everything will be fine.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to have a new version of self-respect, so it's quite an adventure. And hey, Martin,
Mhm.
say see you later, Martin.
See you later, Martin.
There you go. Comment popped up and went away.
Is that you, Red Eye, deleting your comments?
Red Eye.
Well, he typed one.
Don't do that.
It said car hunger with one R, and it says very. They don't pay their employees enough, kind of thing. They're always hungry.
Oh. In my Haps app automatically. Well, I can't because you're doing it from Periscope.
Yeah.
If you were posting from Haps, I could just hit the button
So someone else was doing it.
and hit subscribe.
Hmm.
But because you're doing it from Periscope, if I hit this, nothing comes up. It says present on screen, which means I get to quote your post and mute. So those are the only options I have. And we're not logging into Periscope anymore because it brings us into Twitter video, or Twitter Live, and I don't want to have anything to do with that. So, yeah. So when you're on Haps next, come on by, subscribe. I'll see you, and subscribe back. Comments disappear, and skinny is good. Too skinny though. Exactly. They basically deleted their own comment.
Yep. They posted and they immediately deleted it.
That only works if they're on Haps. Again, if they're on another thing like Periscope, YouTube, or whatever,
It looked like
it'll post and then it'll stay.
It looked like a pink, like a Facebook.
That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Because once it goes through to the Haps system, it's disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks for trying. Appreciate it.
No problem.
You're welcome.
All
right, folks.
We said our byes.
We'll see you guys when we have fries and a shake in front of us. And thank you, Jedi Senshi. This is helping me not feel so bad about borrowing money from you. Mm-hmm. It's really helping. All right, folks. Thanks for being big supporters, and don't be bad customers, and don't be bad friends.
Get out of here.
Okay, we're going.